Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is April 13th of 2026. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage a full-scale Russian armed forces-based military offensive targeting one or more nations in Europe on the date of April 18th of 2026, specifically to spawn a second global biological pandemic and or trigger World War III. Although there is a, let's say, 5% chance that this could be an organic, real-world Russian attack on Europe, it's 95% sure that this is going to be a false flag attack by the armed forces of Ukraine and the Israeli Defense Forces, targeting multiple locations in Europe under the guise of a Russian terror offensive via what I call the shadow army of Ukraine. Exactly what type of attack is planned is obviously not known. But it's going to be chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear in nature. And it's likely going to feature the mass deployment of blood agents, blister agents, choking agents, or nerve agents. What they want to do is get horrific video footage of these chemical weapons being deployed, especially targeting United States Armed Forces related military personnel in Europe that are going to be targeted in this upcoming attack, because this video footage is going to be replayed a million times, if not more, on every single channel in America, because this war is specifically designed to spawn a second global biological pandemic and or trigger World War III. In the event of a second global biological pandemic, the CIA will predictably spout the narrative that Russia deployed some sort of weaponized airborne biological contagion, possibly anthrax, Ebola, or smallpox in nature. So the aforementioned shadow army of Ukraine consists of roughly 150,000 Ukrainian forces. I came up with this number because, as you'll see later in this video, the CIA has staged a number of Russian military drills in Belarus with 150,000 soldiers. Also, the amount of dead soldiers in the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian war is allegedly 140,000. And I believe that this number is grossly hyperinflated. And I believe that most of these fatalities are fake. And that the CIA is gearing up to stage possibly the largest false flag in the history of the world by staging a false flag Russian attack on Europe using these 150,000 Ukrainian troops dressed up in Belarusian or Russian uniforms. And I say this because we have more video footage of the atrocities of the Vietnam War than we do of the ongoing Russo-Ukrainian war, despite the fact that every single drone and every single cell phone in the field of battle has a video camera. And there's live internet access thanks to Elon Musk and his Starlink satellites, where this footage can be uploaded. And so the lack of fatalities that are caught on videotape, and the lack of massacres, and the lack of mass graves. I mean, they're allegedly killing 8,000 people a week. And where's the video footage? Where's all the dead people? So I believe this is because this largely a drone war between Russia and Ukraine is a political cover for false flag Russian attacks on Europe designed to trigger World War III. And then we also have 25,000 Israeli troops that have been activated during Operation Breaking Dawn, and I believe that these two armies, the Israeli IDF forces, who are far more trusted than the Ukrainian troops, will be used in this upcoming attack. So, like I said, exactly what type of attack is planned is not known, but I believe there will be potentially three fronts. There will likely be a storming attack by these IDF soldiers of Israel targeting multiple capital cities in Europe. So with the newly elected Prime Minister of Hungary, we can expect an attack on Budapest, Warsaw, Vienna, London, Berlin, Paris, etc. They're also going to attack United States Armed Forces military installations in Europe or Eastern Europe, and we know that they're going to stage some sort of border incursion. So they would, the Israeli Air Force or the Ukrainian Air Force, most likely the Israeli, would take these troops who have been, over the last few years, have been trained in paratrooping, airborne assaults, and they're going to drop them in either on the European NATO side of the Russo-NATO line, or they're going to basically airdrop them in that way, or they're going to use them as some sort of a military offensive targeting Moscow, Russia. So one of the reasons I figured out this particular narrative is that back on December 9th of 2025, the CIA assassinated Royal Air Force Sergeant George Hooley in a parachuting accident in Ukraine. And this appears to be a blood sacrifice offered up to this impending attack. So who knew that the Royal Air Force of Britain was training these Ukrainian troops? And considering that they're in a frontal war, in a trench war with Russian troops, where are they going to be airborning into? Russian territory? So this doesn't make any sense unless they're going to be going into Europe, like I said, wearing Russian or Belarusian uniforms. The date of April 18th marks exactly 214 days since the CIA staged Zapad 2025 in Belarus, Ukraine, with 150,000 Russian soldiers executing a chemical, biological, and radiological and nuclear exercise. And of course, the number 214 has the number 24, which equates to the letter X. So if you take the letter X and then you put an I in the middle, then you have a hexagram, and that is the Jewish star, because this war is going to be executed with the Ukrainian Jewish Zionist Vladimir Zelensky of Ukraine, and of course Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, an admitted war criminal and Zionist. Also, the date of April 18th marks exactly 1,352 days since the CIA staged Operation Breaking Dawn back on August 5th of 2022, which was the activation of 25,000 Israeli defense forces, which are going to be participating in this impending attack. And the 25,000 might be for 25 major cities. So they could do 1,000 soldiers a city. And that's not out of the realm of possibilities. Also, the day of February 18th, or excuse me, April 18th marks exactly 1,514 days since the CIA staged the Russian invasion of Ukraine back on February 24th of 2022. Of course, this has the 1-for-1 numerology, the all for one, one for all, which is the official motto of Switzerland. So the CIA is leaving their numeric signature on this event that they are orchestrating. Also, the date of April 18th marks exactly 1,076 days since the CIA staged Operation Zapad 2021. The aforementioned one was Zapad 2025. Zapad means west in English. So this is, or in Russian. So this is basically the CIA selling the notion that Russia is going to go west, and then they're going to use these 150,000 or so Ukrainian troops as the cannon fodder to basically trigger World War III. And of course, the number 1076 has the number 16, which is indicative of the 16-pointed CIA star, and also has the number 17, which equates to the letter Q, as in coup d'etat, because this is an overthrow of Europe. This is basically the beginning of all-out World War III. Also, the date of April 18th marks 4,440 days since the CIA staged the first Russian invasion of Ukraine back on February 20th of 2014. And of course, the number 44 equates to dead and died. DD is dead and died.